What is up, you guys? In today's video, I'm going to give you the step-by-step guide to building a strong brand. And I'm going to explain why it is so important. Let's dive in. All right, well, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the podcast. If you are a consistent listener, a consistent viewer, make sure that you subscribe, make sure that you leave us a review. I've mentioned it in the last couple videos, but we have a lot of listeners over on the podcast, and we've only got a handful of reviews, around 45 to 50 reviews. It would mean the world to me if you would take just a moment to go leave a 60-second, 90-second review. Let us know how this podcast has helped you really strategize and grow inside of your handmade or your woodworking business. Now, in today's video, I'm going to talk to you about why branding is so important. And I'm going to give you some step-by-step, really practical ways to build a brand. So one thing I want you to understand is a brand is a feeling. I know this is kind of a weird concept, but your brand is how people feel about you. When we talk about creating a brand, creating a strong brand, what we're trying to accomplish is we're trying to create a feeling for our potential client when they see us, when they think about us, when they think about purchasing from us. So I'm going to give you 6 or 7 practical ways to do this. Number 1 is start by focusing on the values of your potential clients. So this really helps if your potential clients hold the same values that you hold. So for us at Iron by Iron Woodworks, we know the values of our potential clients. 95% of the time, the people that we're dealing with are women between the ages of 30 and 55, maybe 60, and they are moms and grandmas. They love their families. They're constantly trying to improve the conditions of their home. They want to have a beautiful home. So they care about their families, they care about their faith, they care about their house. We share a lot of those same values here at the company, okay? So we want to really get clear on what does our target avatar look like? What do they care about? And how can we communicate in a way that resonates with them? That leads me to my second point, which is now that you know the values of your potential clients, you need to communicate in a way that resonates with those values. And so this is where a lot of people make the mistake inside of their business, is that the only thing they ever say is buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. That's how they communicate in their posts and everything they do. It's just about them, and it's about, hey, you should buy our stuff. And so there should be a 3-to-1 ratio or a 4-to-1 ratio of branding to promotion. When we go look at your Facebook page, you should be trying to connect and resonate with your audience. You need to communicate in your audience in a way that resonates with them, sharing your stories about your kids, your grandkids, about why your product matters and is going to help them accomplish their vision. Here's the deal. Your potential clients, your potential customers, they don't care about you. And here's the deal. You don't care about other people either. You care about your immediate people. You care about the people that you're trying to serve. We all, at the end of the day, we're trying to move the needle in our lives, right? We're trying to get where we're trying to go. So we all have an agenda in some regard. And if you can help them accomplish their agenda, then they will bring you along for the ride. So there's a really great book by Donald Miller called The Story Brand. And basically, the problem with a lot of brands is they position themselves as the hero of the story. The truth is that you're not the hero of the story. Your customer is the hero of the story, and you are the sidekick. You're the Yoda that's going to help them get to where they're trying to go. And so it's valuable for you to be a part of their story if you help them accomplish the thing they're trying to accomplish, which again, your target audience, your target client, they're trying to care about their families, they're trying to care about their faith, and they're trying to build a beautiful home. Okay, if you're in this niche, if you're in the woodworking, furniture niche, right? But you got to know, if you're selling jewelry, your customer, your client is trying to look beautiful, right? They're trying to be unique or be different. So know how you fit into their story. Communicate to your audience in that way. I mentioned this earlier, but spend 70% of your time speaking their language and 30% of your time promoting your products. This is how we build a brand. You are most likely competing in a space that has some huge players in it, right? And the only way that you're going to win as opposed to those huge players is that you resonate with your audience in a different way than those huge players do, right? And typically the bigger business gets and the more corporate it gets, the less that they have a pulse on this. So the more that you can keep a pulse on it, the more that you're going to win. So here are some other really practical ways as a small business owner you can really crush it, okay? So number 1 is celebrating holidays, really calling out holidays and making it a big deal, okay? I know this seems like it's kind of a silly point, but on your social media pages, if you'll make it a priority every holiday to make a post to resonate. Also, always use the language around being grateful for your clients, being grateful for your customers. I know if you've been in business for long enough, sometimes you can get jaded around having headache clients, headache customers. Like we have headache clients and headache customers all the time. But we also 95% of the time or 90% of the time, we have great customers. We have great clients. And we need to always make sure that we're talking about how grateful we are for our clients that support us. Another really great thing that you can do as the owner is that you can celebrate your family publicly. Celebrate your wife, celebrate your husband, celebrate your kids, celebrate your family, and those that have supported you along the way. One thing I always love to do occasionally is I love to just go back and relive the story of me starting the business and sharing that story on social, on our page. And by doing that, man, it just resonates with people. Don't be afraid to celebrate your small beginnings. And so this is the last thing here, and I mentioned this a little bit earlier, but just choosing gratitude, being grateful along the way. Are you where you want to be yet? No. Am I where I want to be yet? No. But by choosing gratitude, it reframes our minds, and it also shows the customer that we have our priorities straight. So just to recap, start by focusing on the values of your potential client. Communicate to your audience based on their values. Spend 70% of the time doing that and 30% of the time promoting your product. Celebrate the holidays. Celebrate your family and the people that have supported you along the way. Choose gratitude every opportunity that you have. And then don't be afraid to talk about your small beginnings. Don't be afraid to look back on how far you've come from. People love an underdog story. You starting in your garage, you starting at your kitchen table and blowing up your business, that's an underdog story and it should be celebrated. All right, so a couple resources for you. Number one, be sure to check out the Handmade Business Secrets ebook in the description below. It's the number one link that I have, and we've gotten a ton of great feedback around it, so be sure to check that out. Number two, the Handmade Hero Academy program, and that is the blueprint that I used to scale beyond $10,000 per month inside of my business. Lastly, if you're a woodworker that is legit, serious about scaling your operations, trying to go from $20,000 to $30,000 to $40,000, $50,000 per month, partner with us inside of the Woodworking Business Accelerator program. We're gonna run your ads for you, bring you more leads than you can handle, but then also teach you how to handle those leads, scale your operations on the back end of your business. We're gonna work with you on a one-on-one basis to do that. So with that being said, love you guys. I appreciate you so much. I hope you know that, and I will see you on the next one.